KHS Band, and you're watching Friday Night Blitz.
1, 2, ready, hey.
Good stuff. Welcome back to the Blitz. Call it the luck of the draw, but the first round of the postseason has 3 games that feature all Northeast Louisiana squads. We kick things off at Chip Luffy Stadium, old rival. St. Frederick and Cedar Creek squaring off in the first round of the Select Division IV bracket. The Cougars are going to go on the road and win their first playoff game since 2022.
You get an opportunity to end not 1, but 2 streaks. You seniors, we've talked all year about flipping the script. It was a great first chapter week 1, and we've had a great season. Don't let it end tonight.
Great turnaround for the Creek after winning just 1 game last season. St. Frederick has Cedar Creek's number, winning 5 of the last 6 matchups. First-year head coach Tony Osborne hoping that trend continues. Warriors come out clicking on all cylinders. First drive, Michael Malloy goes 46 yards for the score. That is how you start a ball game. St. Frederick, in fact, stormed out to a 14-0 lead. Third possession, they're far from being finished. Malloy throws it up. Great throw. Fantastic catch by Stephen Austin. This is the longest pass play of the year for the Warriors. It's a 74-yard touchdown. Not sure St. Fred could have scripted a better start. They're up 21-0. It goes from bad to worse for the Creek. High snap on the punt. Warriors are going to take over with great field position. Former Aaron's ace, Owen O'Neill's had a big year, a big night. Kids run so hard, runs with a chip on his shoulder. The Cougars try to knock it off. Owen with 128 yards on 13 carries. Warriors up 28-0 in the second. After another Cougars punt, the Warriors keep pounding away. Darryl Cooper busts up the middle, running right in your living room for a 37-yard touchdown. Not sure anyone saw this coming as St. Frederick is rolling up 34-0 in the second quarter. They had 457 rushing yards or total yards compared to the Cougars' 83. Cedar Creek only had 1 first down in the entire game. St. Fred rolls. Your final, 49-6. What a story out at Richwood. 1 year after failing to win a game, the Rams are not only in the postseason, but they're hosting Caldwell tonight. Starts off, rushing attack. This is Cedric Bingham. Check out this run. Talk about some speed, and look at how elusive he is. Just dodging through Caldwell's secondary. What a way to start the game for Richwood as they sprint out to a 6-0 lead. But the Spartans came to fight tonight. Bladen Dunn picks the quarterback keeper for a touchdown, gets them on the board. This game went back and forth. Carter McClinton punches it in. The Rams are back on top. But Dunn was far from being done. Another quarterback keeper for him. This game was a 24-20 game. Looked like it was going to go right down to the wire. But Richwood ends up winning this thing 40-20. So what does that ultimately mean? They will now take on Oak Grove as the Tigers roll tonight. As we check out the scoreboard, they had a big win versus Port Allen, 47-0. All right, the postseason always brings out the best of Union. The Fighting Farmers are in an unusual spot, though, as a number 12 seed. Joe Spatafor squad playing host to Rayville tonight. First drive, goal line, TJ Walls, fullback, bullies his way in for the score. Hornets looking to answer. Thylan Coward's going to drop back to pass, scans the field. He's going to throw over the middle and find Chance Hobson. And Chance comes down with the pick. Not the guy he wanted. Farmers back at the goal line. Second touchdown, first quarter. They give it to the big guy again. Wallace. Rayville trying to get something going on offense. Coward drops back, throws in the end zone. Davian Johnson goes up and pulls it in for the touchdown. We got a ball game here. Farmers' third red zone trip, and they decide to share the love. This time it's Henderson with the carry. They're up 24-6. But the Hornets don't go away. Check this out. Screen pass to Johnson. This kid's got some moves. 1 spin, 2 spins, turning it on after that. 80-yard touchdown, his second of the game, but ultimately it was not enough. The Farmers run away in this one, 41-18. 1 month ago, Ferriday's field, it was ruled unplayable after some tender loving care. The field has been put together in time for the Trojans to play host to Northeast in the non-select Division IV bracket. Don't sleep on Ferriday. A fumble Early on, Ferriday recovers, and then the running back Zylan Alexander storms in to give them their early lead. Ferriday's quarterback Dorian Taylor, he's a good one. He's going to find Alexander again, and he's going to follow his blocks, and then he's going to dive into the end zone to make it 14-0. Northeast struggling on offense. Of course, Ferriday's defense had a lot to do with that. And then Desmond Jefferson is a good player for Ferriday, one of the best in the state. Keeps Mr. Mo rolling. This is another touchdown. Taylor had 3 touchdown passes in the first half. Ferriday rolls 58-0. Northeast had less than 50 yards of total offense in this one. General Trask falls tonight 44-8. Panthers season ends. Take another timeout. After the break, Wassman, Carroll, and Darbone Woods go on the road looking for a playoff win.